Why don't I go out to events and network? I'm like, I'm really introverted. It makes me,
Hmm.
it's very difficult for me to start the conversation. But once I do it, I get comfortable. But I have other people on the sales team, on the marketing team, who are a lot more extroverted and can put themselves out there with a lot more ease. Sometimes I really respect that. So
Hmm.
having an executive leadership team or co-founders who are complementary to yourself is very important. For that, obviously, self-actualization is a journey in itself, right? What are you good at? What are you not? And what are the areas that you are deficient and what are the areas you need to keep learning from is equally important. So I think very valid point. Always have sought that who's the right set of, because that's what creates the executive leadership, and it's unique in each organization because different leaders bring in different kind of skill sets. So making sure they're complementary and fit together is very important for the dynamic and the growth of the company because they are ultimately the torchbearers for the organization.
Yeah, what you said earlier too, like having the humility to recognize your strengths and weaknesses, and then not necessarily beating yourself up, but finding somebody else who's actually going to complement that weakness
Right.
that you have, right?
Right.
And bringing that extra expertise that you may not be able to bring to the table.
Yeah.
What you're saying actually reminds me of, I'm pretty sure you've at least heard at least one interview of Dharmesh Shah, co-founder of HubSpot,
Yes.
and he's that same personality. He said in multiple interviews that I watched where he said he's an introvert as well. He's a programmer by trade. He sits in front of a computer, doesn't want to talk to anybody. And when he co-founded HubSpot, his one and only requirement for Brian Halligan was like, "Hey, I do not want any direct reports. I want no person that reports to me. I just want to be in my island, sitting there and doing my coding." And now I think they're about 18 years into the company, well over 7,500 employees, almost 3 billion in revenue. He still have no direct report. A company that size is unbelievable, right? Because he said, I think it was a drain on his excellent, like coming to his zone of genius to really have people drain him. And he didn't want that. He recognized his weakness, but he still built a massive company.
Yeah.
But he found a co-founder who was very much a marketing and a sales driven
Yeah.
machine. And he knew how to organize the team, build a sales organization that can go and sell and turn it into $1 billion company. Meanwhile, Dharmesh is sitting there and debugging code, and he found a lot more joy in it. So I think it's very important as a founder, you got to know your strengths and weaknesses and be humble enough to recognize that and actually bring along people that are going to take you. What do they say? Like, you, if you want to go further, go with people. If you want to go faster, go alone.